Okay, the 12 days of Christmas are officially over. All 8 nights of Hanukkah, 7 of Kwanzaa, and let's see, there's Boxing Day, there's New Year's. Okay, I barely know any holidays. It's like 27 holidays over 15 creeds. By now should be over. Heck, even the Russian Orthodox, whatever, Christmas is over by now. So it's time to look on to the year ahead. And after this, not wear my hat until I spoof the Christmas gimmicks in July. Such a shame. I really like this hat. So, headless body of text and I thought we'd do something special. We would each take turns, counting down from, well, headless body of text will be counting down the top 5 things of 2016. Yes, even in a mountain of crap, there's a few pellets of gold. And I will be sampling 5 new drinks and treats. So with all that, let's get started. My projections for the new year, my expected projects, that's going to be in the description below this video. So here's to 2017. Crème de Praline, cream-filled wafers, chocolate hazelnut and other natural flavors, sugar, flour, enriched wheat flour, which is niacin, reduced iron, thiamine, mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid. Man, I keep finding riboflavin everywhere. Malted barley flour, vegetable oil, highly refined palm oil, highly refined peanut oil, cocoa powder processed with alkali, contains 2% or less of highly refined hazelnut oil, vanilla bean, rice flour, soy flour, whey, sugarcane, molasses, soy, lecithin, salt, caramel color, cornstarch, and natural flavors. Make contain less than 2% of, and natural flavors is still at the very end of that. Keep it in cool, dry place. And this is supposed to be chocolate hazelnut. There's plenty of chocolate and hazelnut filling in it. It looks like a the cookie straws they serve at Starbucks. So they got lots of stuff in them. And I haven't sampled for you yet the cookie straws at Starbucks, but I think that they are hollow. Alright. The chocolate is as creamy as it can be, it seems, without falling out of the straw. Just oozes around your teeth, and the cookie itself is very flaky. This is alright. I mean, I'm not having a compelling or spiritual reaction to this experience, but I find it moderately pleasant. It's certainly not at all unpleasant. I guess I'm just more of a chicken and vegetables kind of guy than a sweets guy. But all that said, I won't be seeking this out on the store shelves. Remember what I said earlier? Palm oil? This is the year I'm finally taking a stand on that. You know how you may have heard of the Girl Scout scandal a few years ago when some Girl Scouts tried to raise awareness of the fact that the trefoils were using palm oil, which is garnered through deforestation and causing extinction of various species, and orangutans are on the docket. That's the latest outcry I've heard. They're going to be wiped out if we keep destroying forests for oil, specifically palm oil in this case. They were trying to get petitions and whatever going to get the National Girl Scouts organization to use butter again in their cookies. The official word from the Girl Scouts organization is that palm oil has a better shelf life, and I could never really wrap my head around that reasoning. I don't know about the rest of you, but with or without a refrigerator to extend shelf life of things like cookies, I can never keep a box of, say, Thin Mints on my shelf, uneaten, completely, and not, say, all of it somewhere in or past my gut for just 2 weeks. I mean, how much shelf life do Girl Scout cookies need? People tend to go through them very, very, very quickly, which is why people tend to run to things that are flavored like Girl Scout cookies, like the occasional Dairy Queen or Baskin Robbins flavor. It's because they haven't had any for so long because they went through them so quickly. So yeah, no good reasoning I've ever heard to keep destroying forestry for palm oil, so I'm actually boycotting palm oil. I'm going through all of the ingredients on all the things I consume, and I'm taking them off my regular shopping list, and I'm Even if I'm given one as a gift like this, I'm not going to pursue any more of it if it has palm oil in it. So, on to a less dreary note. What's number one this year? This year that we feared. Alright then. So before we get to number 5, let's have a drink. There's 4 treats in the care package I've not had before. And since there's 5 on the list, I say we add something else. It's been a rough year, so I'm going with something that is, at least for me, quite nostalgic. Celestial Seasonings brand. My grandmother, when she was alive, years and years ago, had a lot of this at her place, back when it was still standing. Today we have Sweet Harvest Pumpkin. I helped the local store clear out after Christmas. And while we're waiting for the steam to ebb off, let's have a look at what's in it. It smells so much sweeter than black tea and pumpkin pie spice. Why is that? I mean, there's black tea, there's cinnamon, which is in pumpkin pie spice, ginger, which is in pumpkin pie spice, roasted chicory. Yep, it was roasted. And that's not in pumpkin pie spice. Natural pumpkin flavor with other natural flavors. Definitely not in pumpkin pie spice. Lo Han Guo. I'm not even sure I'm saying that right. It's definitely not in pumpkin pie spice. Cloves. Nutmeg. Alright, that's more familiar. Stevia extract. No. And pumpkin. Real pumpkin. Oh, this is going to be a treat to start my day. Typically, people just put in allspice, cloves, ginger, nutmeg. I think that's the 4. And there's a certain proportion to it that I've yet to memorize. Same time next year, I will. And it's reserved specifically for pumpkin pie, and they just throw it into things and call it pumpkin flavor, even though there's no actual pumpkin to it. And it's one of many things you're supposed to add to pumpkin to make pumpkin pie. This barely tastes like pumpkin pie spice. It tastes better. Alright. And what was the number 5? Best or least awful? Now, before we get to number 4, let's look at Grapevine Trading Company's sea salt and olive oil crackers. It's not a brand I see us having out here. Yeah? I can taste the olive oil, but it's faint. There's something else in here. Malted barley flour. It's enriched bleached wheat flour, malted barley flour, unenriched wheat flour, canola oil, sugar, sea salt, leavening, baking soda, olive oil. Distilled monoglycerides. Where's that? Monoglycerides. Sodium metabisulfite. Is that the sea salt? The sodium I can't pronounce right? Don't get me wrong, that's a good cracker, but the advertised flavor is so mild, I can only pick up one of 2, and it's faint. Of course, it's olive oil, so you would expect it to be faint. It's not practical, materially or economically, to mass manufacture it in great quantities. And sometime I'm going to have to talk to my landlord about my squeaky kitchen. Number 3, after these. Mint Puffs Peppermint Candy by King Leo. Total carbohydrate, 6% because it has 17 grams of sugar in 3 pieces. Okay. Sugar, pure peppermint oil, F, D, and C, red number 40. That's all before the next comma. Red number 40, lake for color. What's red 40 for, if not for color? Product of Mexico. Better brush up on my Spanish, I got some people to call. Distributed by CPD, Fullerton, California. Okay, it's not as hard or stern as your typical peppermint. Tastes and feels like there's a filling in there. Comes like liquid in your mouth very quickly. Must be like a powder that just instantly dissolves into your spit. It's making me salivate more. That is some good peppermint. What do they call it? Pure peppermint oil, that must be it. Must be what that is. These are some good peppermints. Yeah. Good tidings towards men in a little bite-sized candy, and I've just got my foot in my mouth. What candy is good tidings towards women? Everyone knows that the ones towards children is sugar plum fairies. Wait, you don't actually eat the fairies. The sugar plums they're named after in the Nutcracker is a type of hard candy, and oh god. Go to number 3! Go to number 3! Since 1920, Hammond's Candies. There's a brand I haven't heard of, despite the fact that they've been around for, in a few years, 1 whole century. Let's keep an eye out for their centennial, shall we? It says, perfect for fireside fun with friends. My media center's in front of my fireplace, and none of my friends ever come over. Was this meant to go to someone else? Nah. Alright, moment of truth time. The cake came out decent. What about the scones? I honestly don't think that the flour needs any more browning. I got a mouthful of flour right there. So let's take off the actual top. Some of the steam out, and the flavor seems slightly off. From your typical Fisher Fair scone. But that seems to be more taste of the flour than anything else. A lot of flour got folded in there. Remember, I said the pumpkin pie spice got whisked out, got removed by the whisk, so I'm really not sure how much of that remains. If any. Alright, well I got a bunch of leftover flour here, and I have some smart balance. I was taught that if you mix butter and flour, you make gravy. I've still got the pumpkin pie spice out, so when I put everything away, maybe I'll whack at that. Till next time, season's greetings. Did you think I was kidding? Nope. I'm actually going to try to make pumpkin spice gravy. That's going in a written article though. Check my WordPress or my DeviantArt. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.